What up, Buck? Yeah? Ground pounder? Bad for you. What's going on? So, turns out, I mean, at times I feel like it's like pissing in the wind. I almost feel like maybe I should save my breath, but I don't want to. And like, what if it gets worse? But I'm trying to make things very clear. Keep it very simple. I don't want to overcomplicate stuff. But the industry is trash. And maybe it's not the industry in general. I feel like it is. Maybe it's not though. Maybe it's just YouTube when it comes to tree guys. I don't know about all that. I feel like it's the whole thing, but maybe not. This week, weird week. Just a weird week. What's up, Tim? Yeah, I mean, honestly, bullying needs to be maybe brought back. I see where it's bad, but like, it was just keeping some people straight. And now when there's not those people there, it's like, I said it last time. For many, and I mean many that do tree work on YouTube, you LARP it, I live it. You get excited to go to work so that you can wear your costume. I do it because I don't know how to do anything else. But I mean, whatever. Let's get into it. I need to shout these people out. They are definitely keeping me going when it comes to YouTube in general. And I have some videos to be kicked out for you guys. I have part 2 of the Pine, and the problem with it was I transfer over to the second Pine, and it would not work. I don't want to make it 3 parts. So the second part will be I do that Pine after I transfer over, and then I get down, and then I decide to go back up the fat pine that was behind it with the broke top, and do that one too while I was there. So that'll be coming out very soon. And I got some other stuff that I'm working on. But shout out to all these people. These are our members, and I feel like these people I appreciate so much. Like, they actually get it. I mean, some people will pretend, they'll lurk in the background of this, you know, that they understand what I'm saying, but that I just don't feel like it gets through. So we're gonna shout all these people out. 5 Chris 520, Timber Slasher 4899, Birch Leaf Trees, Tree Mugs, Patrick M, Dan the Tree Man, DJ Leslie Trees, Peter Shea 313, Veteran Tree Service, Guilty of Treason, Low Impact Forestry and Tree. We lost in the trees. Hopefully he's good. Dutch Dog 804, Bucky Saws, Ground Pounder 24365, Chris Beckett 2759, Jay 306, Snow Mexican, and big shout out again to Veteran Tree Service, who gifted 5 members. So we got 5 new members last week, and that is at Toolin' Around 2025, at the Vanilla Hunter, at Opie Taylor 5778, at Crone V2, and at From the 616. So those are our new members we just got. All my content that is edited and that I spend all the work, you know, putting together goes over onto the members. I'm still, like, I've been lacking a little bit, but I'm about to ramp it up with the videos coming out. So all my content goes over there. It is not monetized, so you get everything with no ads, and be doing some more possible. I'm gonna try to do some more of the gifting to at least let some people try out memberships that maybe can't afford it, but because now, like I said, I appreciate all those people that are members, and like I'll share that and try to gift some to some of the to make some new members, and maybe give a chance to some of the people that really actually watched and supported before I put everything over on members. If they can't afford it, we're gonna try to work some stuff out. So this week, the PSAs are wild. Yeah, shout out to Tim. He's the one that got her done. Yeah, well, I don't even buy undies. I just constantly flip them. I don't even wear them. That's what's crazy. And yeah, I don't wear them. I don't. So this week, I've seen some wild stuff. This is my personal opinion on the whole. If you want to put out videos, then I think you initially realize that there would be some criticism along the way. Not everybody's going to just love you. So when you hide someone's comment, this is what doesn't, like, you're going through your comment section and you can't skip that comment. When you hide a person's comment, they can no longer interact with you at all. So, like, it's got to really deeply hurt your feelings when you start. That's like fully blocking someone. But it's a bit skeezier and dirtier because you still get to collect the analytics, which are personal opinion. But, like, everyone jumps so quick to this hide, and I think that they feel like no one's gonna know. I can get away with this. I can hide whoever I want, and it's no big deal. No, it is a big deal. That tells me you are incredibly insecure, to where you can't even handle a little bit of criticism, and then you want to walk around, like I said, and cosplay as a man when you're not. Now, when I go to your comment section and it says you got 15 comments, but then I start to count them and you only have 10, 5 people made it clear that you are an absolute pussy. So 5 people made you hide their comments to where you can no longer interact with them because at some point they gave you some criticism. Now, here's my opinion on that. Unless your brother in the next room is leaving a comment and you got to read it and you're like, you know, what's his deal? You could take it personal. He's right there. Maybe you could deal with. I put no. This is when someone's doing that. I just don't care that much. I really don't care that much. Maybe it took enough time to where I just absolutely got burnt on giving a damn, but I don't care. I don't understand why someone else it would affect that much. You know, we're gonna get to all of it, Drew. Oh no, he just went. Okay. What up, Zachary? So why does a comment hurt? A lot of times it's based in either a form where there's a little bit of truth to it. It's this is where I feel like it can count, and I understand a little bit. There's some truth to it, so that's where every time, I don't care who it is, I feel there's some insecurity there, and that's the reason for it being hidden. You can't even allow people to see it. You can't see it because it affects you so much of it with it being there. The fact that that person had a differing opinion of you, you can't do it. So the other one would be that you have maybe a respect for that person to where it offends you when they kind of aggravate or poke at you. I'm going to tell you, this is my honest opinion. I would love to meet everybody one day, shake everybody's hand. If you felt like you needed to punch me in the eye, you could get it done. But a lot of times you don't want to meet these people. Unless you're paying to go see them somewhere and they know it and they can put their act on, you really don't want to meet them. I've done this long enough. I've had my interactions. So putting a lot of emphasis onto somebody that you actually don't know, you just see their videos, I would avoid that. The other question I start to ask myself is what and how does that comment affect me? And should I just ignore it? I personally used to ignore it, but I prefer the interaction to just understand. I'm always curious. That's the bit of troll maybe in me, but you need to have a mentality to do this and not let it affect your everyday life. This is the internet. If this is what your life is, and you're not being paid 6 figures a year at it, you need to stop, rethink, and reevaluate. This is the internet, okay? You're not going to meet these people. This isn't real life. This isn't real life. If it's starting to affect your real life, that's a you problem. But we're gonna get into it completely as we go through the channels this evening. And I just, please, for my guys, let the rest of them be complete fools. But there is a very small niche group of men still that are on the internet. What up, Dan? And I'm trying to keep it together, but it's a bunch of alphas butting heads. So, let everybody else be the complete fools, knuckleheads, get offended. And I like our small little group, but this is my personal opinion. I feel like it's always Buck and Billy Ray's fault. He is just trying to tear us down from the inside out. Know this. We're going to get into a little more detail. I'll explain what some of this means as we go here. But next PSA, because I don't want to just focus just on that. Let's be real. I know some of you guys are not going to like this. The ISC reflex. It's the new hip thing, right? It's the new cool thing. The ISC reflex is the purple to the akimbo. It is the battery to the chainsaws. It's a gayer zigzag. Let's be real. I'm out. The fact that they even allowed Sizemore to get his hands on one, I'm done. I don't ever want to try it. It's not even. It's not for. It's not for men. I didn't. This is just my opinion, but like, let's come on, guys, come on. Um, yeah, let's skip. Let's just. But that's lame. I'm out. I'm out. I don't want that thing. First channel this week is Buck and Billy Ray Smith. The video is called "The Easiest Wood to Split, comma, Fine Axes." I don't know if that's Canadian or like French, kind of weird shit. That's not how we write a sentence. Like that's not a real title. That doesn't even make sense. The easiest wood to split, comma, fine axes. I don't like that. I think that's trash. So I feel like these everybody. I'm gonna call it before it happens. He's getting to the point where like the manual stuff, he's gonna have to get out of that and try to focus his attention to keep non-stop content coming out for people. He's gonna get into working on chainsaws probably. That would be my guess. And that'll be the next thing. He'll be the greatest porter and polisher and have all the opinions and everything eventually. But like it's getting, I feel like it's getting there. It's getting desperate at times where you get videos like this where he acts like an axe is like a surgical tool. It's not. It's an axe, okay? It's an axe. You take it and you bang it against wood and make wood littler. That's all. That's it. This is not rocket science. I know you say that this is very interesting. It is not interesting. It's not. It's just I don't know. I don't know. This like looking at axes as if they were like a surgical tool or some new piece of technology and overcomplicating them. It's like simple-minded kook behavior. But at one point he ends up tweaking his back in this video. And like I'm not even gonna say it. Like, but I mean, he got his back blown out. That's weird. That's weird. This is also probably gonna maybe offend some people, but Douglas fir, that is women's wood. All right. I'm just gonna be the first one on the internet to say it. That is women's wood. If there was a wood for women, it is Douglas fir. Now here in the States, that would be ash. You know, because like I could karate chop that stuff into pieces. Oh, what up, John? This he's always talking about. He's always overcomplicating splitting wood, making firewood. It's not this big amazing procedure that's like needs to be fine-tuned and you can get a system and all that. It's splitting firewood, man. It's splitting firewood. He's taken what everyone has done with tree work and put it over into firewood. Let's overcomplicate this, act like it's a big production, and then people are dumb enough that they're going to sit here and watch me swing an axe and tweak my back. But Doug fir is women's wood. Any idiot can split that. He did do a little insert in one of his videos here recently and said that he was in the States checking on Buckenstock, the land. He was there checking it out and said he was splitting some hackberry. Excuse me, sir, but I would love to see that clip. That's the one I want to see. Not you swinging your tender little axes at women's wood. I want to see you split hackberry. And let's not say that I didn't film. You film everything in your life. Let's be real. You film everything. So when you were in the States doing your thing with Christine, I'm not judging if your wife's cool with it. Like, I don't know nothing. He was in the States. He was without his wife. He was with Christine. Maybe his wife was there. I don't really know. That's his business. But you were here, and you said you were splitting Hackberry. So I want to see that. And until I see that, you only split women's wood. That's just facts. So you're becoming more machine than man. Can handle being the cameraman. That's one thing I want to know too. Poor Luke. Exactly. That poor kid has to like sit there, and plus it's father-in-law too. So like, not only has he got to like acknowledge and play along with this idiocracy that goes on in front of him, he has to act like it's kind of cool. And maybe he thinks it is. I don't know him. Like, hopefully he's good, but it's women's wood. Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. It's like hackberry is like splitting some kind of piss elm or like a pig nut hickory almost. It's the stringiest. It's disgusting. So I gotta see that. And until then, I'm gonna just leave it alone. We can move on. So yeah, but I really, really, really am curious what is going to go on with Luke, how that whole thing will work out, and where it goes from there. So, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. He does. He's like, here, ladies, I got some women's wood for you. And nowadays, that's like a normal thing. I just thought about it. That's actually more, that's a modern term, basically, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't make that up. There's there's more and more women's wood every day in the United States. Even more and more, it's more heavily prevalent where Tim's at. Not so much here. Yeah, hackberry's a weird one. It's a hardwood, beautiful structure and stuff to the trees. They're like an oak with the way that they grow. They're a pretty large tree, but man, they're stringy. They are stringy and just nasty. So, and it's just like a real warded up bark too, rough and will tear you up. Yeah, hackberry's a rough one. Elm is the worst to split in my opinion. Yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty. If you've never gotten to hackberry, you can get some hackberry that'll split though. You get that perfect single stemmed like straight stuff, but more than not it's stringy and like got unions all in it and yeah, so I recorded 6 hours of content today. This is gonna suck to edit. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. It's torture watching your video one time. I bet you gotta watch it like 4 or 5 times. Pause! What do you do it? I know, BR. Where's he at? He's probably on Buckin's channel right now telling him he's the man. Cottonwood does suck. It's nasty. Okay. So next channel. This video popped up and I had one of you guys refer it to me directly after I first, I seen the video. I passed on it. YouTube recommended it to me again. I passed on it. YouTube recommended it to me. So first of all, YouTube, stop trying to tell me what I want to watch because you don't know what I want to watch. Alright? It kind of pisses me off. But eventually they were right and I watched it. The channel is called At Tree First. And the video was an argument against mechanization in tree care. So this guy basically put together a video. His thumbnail said the TCIA rejected this article. He wrote an article about this. TCIA said, no, that doesn't go with our agenda. So they wouldn't publish his article, even though, as far as like speaking and like being, like, he's well spoken. Let's just say that. In the video, he just discusses how mechanized, with the industry moving along the lines of becoming mechanized more and more and more, it is forcing us to not give a damn and just run through shit. It's the same in everything. You know, you got a whole bunch more bills, you got to do more. So you go get $1 million piece of equipment, you need to make payments on it. It's not rocket science, but I feel like some people feel like they have to do this stuff because they've seen someone else who did it. So they're just, he did it, I got to do it. So it's like, it's not a bad one, but the dust. Oh, okay. So basically, the dude, like, I watched like maybe it was 10 minutes worth. He's speaking a lot of facts, talking about how guys don't really care so much about like trying to take care of a tree, which is dumb to me, because like, if you're working on a tree, pruning a tree, keeping a tree alive, doing all that maintenance to a tree, you may be in that tree 15 times over your life, instead of one time where you remove it and you make a little more of a lump sum that time. I feel like if there's such a big difference between them two, then the price of doing the maintenance and pruning and stuff like that needs to go up and get closer to doing these removals if it's so important. I always try to lean towards the side of not removal, because I've always felt that way. And if you're always trying to do really, really, really solid work and make sure a person's happy, I'm sure you'll be back. You'll be in that thing multiple times over your career, and you know, long term, the payout on this one opposed to this one is, even though you made more for that removal that first time, there's no comparison. Okay, so I'm watching it. He's speaking facts, and basically he gets kind of ignored and a bit ostracized by the by TCIA, which everybody likes to say is like the leader in everything. I'm not buying that. I say I'm not a fan. I think unless they're going to pay me some money to not think they're lame, they do nothing but take my money and aggravate me and like do stupid shit. So it's like, I'm not a fan. I feel like, personally, machines are for sissies. You don't need no machines. Be a man. And you can mechanize these nuts. That's what I got to say about the whole thing. You can mechanize these nuts. Okay? I'm not mechanizing nothing. I agreed with a lot that the kid said. And I stopped. And I'm like, I'll watch the rest of that later. Somebody messaged me, let me know, hey, you should watch this video. I was like, hey, I have. But I'm going to finish it up. So when I went to go finish it up, I don't think I like this guy anymore. I thought he was cool, and now I don't think I like him. And maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm bipolar. That could be the whole problem with all of this. But I don't think so. He just kind of started to get on my nerves after a little bit. Like, you just sound too... You sound like that dorky arborist that like overcomplicates shit and says it in Latin terms to try to make it confusing. He's kind of dorky. It started to get annoying. Um, he does a lot of pocket watching. I don't know why you're always watching everybody else's pockets for, but like he just talks about other people's money and this and that and about what other people are doing, and then he talks about at one point he says tree removals are cringe. Okay. I don't know who he surrounds himself with, but you, sir, are cringe. Like, you just did a talking head video about machines. You're cringe. Let's don't do that. I wasn't even going to do all this. I was going to leave it alone. He's maybe a little dorky, a little annoying. You are cringe. And then I couldn't watch it no more, and I clicked out. I never finished the video. So like he had me I even subscribed. I think I'm gonna unsubscribe after this because the more I think about it, I don't think I want to watch somebody try to just show me that they're smart all the time. Like that's cool if you're smart, but I don't know. He's just weird. So I'm not gonna unsubscribe yet. I'm gonna give him one more video, but I don't know if I can handle all that BS. All right. I don't know how. I say who it is. If you don't watch tree YouTube, then you probably wouldn't know 90% of it, 99% of it actually, all of it. That's all I talk about. So, but yeah, I think this dude just popped up. I don't know if he's had a channel for a while or not. It's the first time I've ever seen his videos and he's been recommended, but we'll see how it ends up, long term. I'll stick with it. I'll give him another shot, but, who knows? Nothing good. Nothing good, Thomas. Nobody tell Brand. It's if you wonder, it's Tree First is the name of the channel, and he's just I don't know. It's funny because he makes fun of arborists, those guys who are certified master arborists, but he comes off like that's what he is. Like he comes off like one of those guys, and it's like Did I mess you up, dang it? You do know who I am? Is that Sean? You have to tell me. Alright, next channel is Buck Yeah Saws. He put out a video called Ported Steel 020T with a 16-inch blade. Bottom line, fire video. Alright? I love seeing those old saws running. You start to think like, what the hell has that saw seen? And it's nice to see someone put up quality, proper, like well-worded and explained information. A chainsaw has a blade. And for those that don't know that, you may be stupid and you're like, it's called a bar and chain. You just don't know. You just don't understand. So it's Sizemore. Yeah. No, it's not Sizemore. No, it's Sean. I looked at the profile pic, and that's where I got it in the last name. So yeah, actually I helped. We did a tree job together one time. I went there and there was a nasty, I think it was a dead elm tree that had no bark on it or anything. It was a rough one. It was a rough one. Long drive up towards the city. So yeah, that's what I thought. I think I still got a shirt you gave me. So haven't seen you in a while. You still doing tree work? You're gonna dull the blade. Facts. That's why they wrote that song. Sweet. That's awesome. Okay, so check out Bucky I Saw's next channel is August Hunnicky. Um, the video is called "When You Underbid a Job and Everything Gets Hard." Pause. Why does that have to be so aggressively zesty? Is it just the way I'm reading it? I don't think I like that. Actually, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's, why is it, I don't, I have wrote down like this title is overly dramatic and disgustingly sexual. Kind of gay. But that's weird. Don't forget to talk about how Murph likes to, we may make it there. We're going through all of it. So, bottom line, August, that old man is still a beast in the saddle. He is. As much as he aggravates me, and I don't much, he don't aggravate me, but like, you just know some people aren't your kind of people. I know. Like, I know from past experiences with him, I'm not a fan. No, thank you. So maybe it just his lack of expression and like dull all the time. I'm not the biggest fan of personally. I think his personality sucks, and every time I watch him, I'm more confident in saying that he thinks he's above everyone else and has this like unwarranted superiority complex. Um, you can't be above everyone when you're like 4 foot tall. This is facts, okay? This is the hard truth. I didn't even want to have to say it, but I've seen you in real life, and you cannot look down at anyone. Ever. So, stop doing that. Stop doing that. You, stop. Stop acting like it. Next channel is Dungrove Tree Service. And the video is called "This Widowmaker Could Have Killed Someone Dash Tree Removal." Listen here. God, is no one listening? Is no one listening? That's not the way you make a damn title. This guy ain't listening to nothing. He's in his own world, I think. That title's trash. I don't like. There's no need to put if the word tree removal was supposed to be in it, you should have put "This Widowmaker Could Have Killed Someone." Tree removal? That don't even make sense. You ever run into those guys that have a really unwarranted confidence about them? Where it's not even big fish, small pond. It's like big fish, mud puddle. Where you just make sure you surround yourself with knuckleheads so that you are king knucklehead. I mean, when I would go to parties, that's what I would do. I knew, like, if I just hang out with the idiots, I'm going to look cooler. So I hung out with the idiots. But there's just, it irks me at times when you know that someone shouldn't have this swagger confidence about them, but then I respect it. I'm like, at least he's got confidence, so I kind of respect that, but at the same time, like, you shouldn't. And that comes off very used car salesman to me when guys do that. So in this video, he's taken down a widowmaker that's leaned over into a little cherry tree, and we overly complicate the entire thing. He's that typical new gen climber that knows little but LARPs as an expert. You know, watch a technique the night before, do a how-to video on it the next day. he just starts giving out bad info as if it's real, though. Like, some guys have that confidence about them, and you would think what he's saying is legit because he speaks it with his chest. But I don't. At one point, the ground guy asked him if it's okay to rig natural crotch with the rope they had. And he says, not really, but it'll be okay. He goes, I thought so. I thought only 3-strand, which is weirdest shit I've ever heard. Only 3-strand can be natural. I don't know. But if you're that big fish, mud puddle, or the big tadpole in the mud puddle, everybody else doesn't know anything, so you just come off as the man. But you're also editing the video, so if you're going to put out information, I just feel like maybe you should double check yourself and not just love the smell of your own shit to where you just can't help but put anything that's got you on it in the video. I was watching, it's embarrassing. I'm like, dang, this guy kind of does stuff that I do, and I don't like that. I feel like a lot of times the basics are absolutely being ignored. Guys go from knowing nothing to watching YouTube to, I don't need the basics. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate and teach advanced methods, which is wild to me. Absolutely wild. Because you cannot fully understand the advanced methods if you don't have the basics and understand them fully. So, learn the basics. Stop trying to skip steps so you can get to the mechanized tool that you want to use or the weird gadget that you want to use. It doesn't make you any cooler. Learn to sharpen a chainsaw blade. I mean, are you an idiot or something? You want to do tree work? You want to cut trees? You don't know how to sharpen the blade? Come on. This one is Dungrove Tree Service. YouTube has suggested them to me multiple times. I think I've watched before, but I just like, it's not my style. But yeah, I also find it weird when you can tell there's not a whole lot of experience on the crew when decisions start being made as a crew. If you're the guy up in the tree, it's your decision. It's weird to me. Like, if you got a more experienced climber maybe on the ground, you start to ask him then. But, like, I thought you're the one with the experience, but then they make the decisions as a whole. The guy over here running the chainsaw on the ground also gets to say so in how we rig this. I think I ended it. I was like, I think I'm out. So, yeah. Now we're going to make it to a little bit of internal drama. So, I had to contact, and this is an internal affairs issue that we have here, but we have Climber Drew. The channel is Climber Drew. He puts out a video called Removing a Tree Too Crispy to Climb and Too Rotten to Rig. It follows the rules. That title's alright. I could have done better. But it follows the rules. So, first thing, one-handing assault. Is there another way, he asked in the video. Dog leashing things is a very good technique, and anyone that hasn't spent... Alright, I'm going to tell you something right now. You got to promise. You guys got to promise to never talk about this again. I'm going to tell you something, but I don't like it. Alright, so don't bring it back up. I got in a bucket before, okay? Don't think any less. I didn't like it. I got out of it. I've never went back. But I got in a bucket one time. And if you spend enough time in one of them things, you start to get techniques that are very, very useful because it's different than being attached. You now have movement, and the ability to have control of the saw at times is a must. So you say, don't I have to cut one-handed and hold the branch? No, you can get some straps, throw it around, hook it up, and then dog leash it to itself, and then make your cut here, and you can hang the limb. This works perfect when you're in a lift. This is where I brought that technique over from. I used it when I used to be in a lift, before my balls dropped, basically. I was in a lift and stuff, and there would be times that the reason I started using it, I did the same thing. Use my strength and my back to cut and chuck, but then I would get to where I couldn't reach something. And I started to use it initially to cut stuff to where the bucket wouldn't get high enough. I would dog leash it to itself, hang it, and then I could come down and process it and throw it in smaller pieces. But I started to realize, at times this makes it really nice to where I can two-hand the saw, hang it, have it sitting there, then I can put the saw down and have both hands to manipulate the piece, chuck it, do whatever I gotta do. Blocking comments is very rainbow. It is very, very, so there is other ways. Learning to dog leash, if you're going to work in a lift, that technique will save your back and will save you time and is a very, very good technique. So anybody that works out of a bucket, I would say, remember that technique, use that technique. It will keep you from having to do that one-handed stuff where it's sketchy, and keep you from throwing your back out trying to hold a piece that's a little too heavy. Also, will allow you to process things that are out of reach. But also not just so high, you get to extend it out and you can't go any further. You can hang that piece and bring it back to you. Where it's way out there and you can't get it, you can bring it back and process it. So there's tricks to it. Drew says in the video, he makes it clear that he says you can't say that lifts aren't cool. And he says he feels funny in it, okay? Now, this is where I have a disconnect with Drew. That is, sir, is false information. You're the one that said you feel funny in them things, okay? Now, let me explain this to you. You're not maybe in touch with yourself enough to completely realize what's going on there. The funny feeling is because it's 100% not cool and kind of gay, okay? That's the weird, funny feeling. It's just what it is. That's why you're having, when you say that you can't say, I can absolutely 100% say that they are not cool. And I'm trying to explain to you what that funny feeling was. Where you said this, it makes you feel funny. That's what it is, okay? Just so you know, trying to help out, trying to, enlighten, share some experience. Like I said, I've been there. I got away from it, and I don't ever want to go back. Now, there's tricks for leaning. When you're dealing with chunking the wood down, also with a lift, there are other tricks that you can use. Sometimes you'll have a chunk of wood that is a bit off-centered that you got to cut, and then it's going to slide off, so then you're forced to two-hand or one-hand a back-handled saw and hold on to it. That's where you can kind of sneak over and use some techniques from, like I just showed in the last members video, a shelf cut. A shelf cut will, say you got a piece that leans out. Where's my dry erase board? So say you got a piece that leans out right here. why this black marker won't show up. Shut up, Tim. I ain't even looking, but you're probably saying something stupid. Alright. So you have that chunk of wood that leans out to the side. So what I would do in that situation is I would cut a shelf, like right there. And then when I make my cut across, it'll help hold that piece from wanting to flip off. You could probably go a little smaller. That way it's a bit safer. But you can make that shelf cut in there. And then it'll sit there against that little lip. Tricks like that are real helpful. Another thing, just a little bit of a tip. When you're making your snap cuts, the cut here, the second cut, you a lot of times want it to be here. That way you don't get stuck in the piece. Because if you make the snap cut and you have to bypass it, that's why some guys call it a bypass cut. You got to bypass the two. But if you make that second cut up here, sometimes you can get your saw pinched in this piece here. And then when it comes off, your saw's pinched in it, it goes. But you can use all kinds of little tricks like that. Shelf cuts. Also, if I had a piece like that and I was having trouble, you don't have to even use a shelf cut. But you can make a flat cut across here. And that piece is going to stay on a little better too. And it won't want to just roll off. So, just a heads up. Maybe a few little tricks that may help. But that isn't even the half of it, okay? I feel like my guy Drew has a very dry sense of humor, and it is missed by some people. I instantly went to the comment section to check it out because I started to receive some info and intel that Murph and Climber Drew were going back and forth at each other. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I'm like, what did Murph say in these comments? So I went in the comment section and I'm like, there's no Murph. Has he not made it to it? Let's see. That's wild. I would expect that he would be in the comment section because he loves to bicker. No Murph. And I'm like, did Climber Drew hide his comments? So let me explain something. Is it visible when you hide comments? Yes. It's very simple. What you do is you look at the amount of comments that it says it has. So if it says there's 20, and you go check the comments, and there's only 15, 5 of them have been hidden. So I'm like, let's see. I check Climber Drew. I'm like, I know Murph would have commented. He loves to bicker. No, there's no Murph comment. But when I checked the numbers, they were all there. There was no comments being hidden. I'm like, huh, okay. Well, I respect that. No hidden comments. Cool. I did see this absolute femboy that goes by VTS saying something about 90% of the time snap cuts are unnecessary. Yeah, when you're working a telephone pole tree, get out of here. You guys already sends him? So, that's what we got for Climber Drew. He put out a video. He took down a tree that was growing up through a deck. It was a dead, I believe, ash tree. Crispy, nasty. Check that video out if you want to see it. But next channel is the Murph Dog. Daniel Murphy. OG, triple OG. Okay? His video he put out this week was haven't been this scared in years. Lightning struck. No. That's not... Who did... You just made it... Your title is like that one guy's with a Dungrove. You guys... This is what his title was. This Widowmaker could have killed someone. Dash tree removal. No. I don't like that. Murph hits us with all caps. I haven't been this scared in years. Dash lightning struck. Murph. See, this is where I gotta give him a little bit of leeway, because you got an old dog and you're trying to teach him the rules, and maybe he's just stuck in this a little bit and it's going to take him a little while to get it figured out. You gotta take these things into consideration, okay? Now, Murph went over and said some stuff on Drew's. They've got to bickering back and forth. I've received messages. I've seen screenshots. I went and did my own investigating with, I believe we may have both of them here with us right now. So, is the Murph a jerk at times? Yeah. Is his intent normally good? Usually. Now, there has to be an understanding of when you have done something and you've tried to lay the groundwork and you see other guys come behind and do it, you develop a bit of an ego to you. You've done it, you've been there, done that, and you feel like you have experience that no one else could have yet. So, if you're not very good at verbalizing things, or don't have the greatest communication skills, I appreciate you. Dude, thank you. 850 Climber, you're the man. I appreciate it, brother. I really do. So, this is my opinion. I think, like, okay, let me tell you. You think it's rough listening to Daniel in your comment section? You put up a video once a week, maybe once every other week. He comes into the comment section, tells you what for. That sucks. That sucks when he's like, maybe says some stuff that you don't want him to say. But if you think that's bad, I gave him my home number. He calls me when he wants. He sends me messages and tells me I suck sometimes. Do I like that? Sometimes, most of the time I think it's funny. He'll straight tell me if he thinks something sucks. Some people are very rash. Some people are straight to the point. They don't have time to bullshit or mess around, and that'll rub another person wrong very quickly. But here's where I have a little disconnect. I watched Murph's video, which is a good video, but I couldn't even focus on writing any notes for that video down because, well, okay, I'd watched, then I went back and I started to do this whole investigation on the arguing back and forth, and I realized, oh, damn it, Murph has hidden comments. Now, this is my own personal opinion. You ever went out into public with someone that's maybe not the nicest, and they may talk to the, like, I used to go, my grandpa was just blunt. You used to go out in public with him, he'd say some shit that maybe you didn't like, but he's Pawpaw, you know? You can't get mad at Pawpaw. You don't get embarrassed when Pawpaw says something mean. Paw Murph doesn't mean anything, okay? He's that Murph dog. Oh, hell yeah, Jimmy. You the man. Sweet, Jimmy just joined members. You're the man, Jim. Hell yeah. You just can't go out in public with Paw and not expect Paw to maybe embarrass you every once in a while. You gotta almost expect it. He's gonna come in, he's gonna tell you what for, and you may not like it. But you shouldn't let it anger you too much. I think there is over here, it's gonna be those of you that have became friendly with each other or are friends and get along. Normally it's real hard for that kind of situation. You have alphas. Now there's not a bunch of betas that are here, so sometimes when you interact with each other, it's just you got to realize you got two alphas interacting, and in this situation from different generations, so there's a disconnect. This is my own personal opinion on the whole situation, but Murph Dog, you can't hide the comment, and this was hard for me. It was very hard because old Murph must have popped off, and like this video did awesome, and he had like 50 comments or something. Normally it's like 10. It's not hard for me to count them. I had to count them 6 times because I'm like, there's no way. There's like 3 comments hidden, at least. I counted it. There was 3. I'm like, no way, not the Murph Dog. He don't get offended. He wouldn't hide somebody's comments. I went back through. Now, I actually know the comments that are hidden. I have a screenshot of them. Those aren't there. There's just a disconnect in between with the communication. I'm telling you, from me to everybody, the Murph has good intentions. He just has maybe not the best way of explaining it to some people. And it doesn't come across as anything other than trying to be rude or mean or big dog you or something. Like, the guy has a lot of experience, and if you can break through that ridiculously tough outer shell of him, that's a good dude that usually has good intentions when he interacts and tries to help, especially when it comes to the tree. That's all I know him from, is from the tree industry. I think Drew has a bit of a dry sense of humor, and that gets missed by a lot of people. They think he's dead serious when he's doing, like he's joking. So what we can't do is like, you can't, like, I can't look at everybody and expect that they have the experience and time that I have, because I'll instantly get offended when they do things that I wouldn't do, and that makes me want to go leave a comment and just bicker. Now, is that what we do here? Kinda. But it is what it is. The final verdict is Paw Murph Dog he's guilty. You can't, if we all are going to let you be the mean old Paw who tells us all the truth and maybe gives it to us in that rough, then you can't hide comments. You can't hide comments. Here's the problem with hiding someone's comment. You don't just hide that one comment. You've now absolutely cut off any interaction that you will have with that person from then on. No more. If you guys maybe were rough, like just had a rough day and you're not feeling good and you're like, you bicker with somebody, when you hide them, it's done. You've got to go to their channel. Go look them up. Go to their channel. Go up into the top, unhide that. Like, it's a process to go through that nobody's going to do. I think a lot of times when these situations happen, it's two dudes that are more similar than they realize, but it's just two alphas. So I feel like this kind of stuff is going to happen with us. And once again, this is Sizemore and Buchan trying to get us from the inside. That's all I feel like this is. I feel like they set us up. Okay? I don't like this. Definitely Sizemore had something to do with it. I mean, it seemed a little gay. So, like, this is just my opinion on the whole thing. But the Murph dog deserves respect. This is my personal opinion. He has pissed me off more than probably 99% of the people on YouTube. But then I realized the person. And you don't get that privilege with YouTube. Especially if you go and you're hiding a comment, that it's not just that comment. You've hid that person. Your interaction with that person no longer will exist. You've hidden them completely. And what I really hate about the hiding thing is that those people will go and leave comments and see their comment, thinking that they're gonna, maybe they felt better the next day, and they're like, hey bro, sorry about this, yada yada yada, and they leave a comment. You'll never see that comment. They think you did, but that's YouTube's dirty little weird way of doing the hiding of the comments, where the person leaving the comment, if you've been hidden, you think you're interactive, but you're not. It doesn't show up. So I say, anybody that's out there, you want to know if they're hiding comments? Look at the number, count the comments. We don't hide comments over here. That's what they do in cooking class. I don't even know what to say. That's just not what we do. All right. So Murph Dog, Climber Drew is good. Climber Drew, Murph Dog is OG and good. I feel like he deserves his respect, even though he makes it very hard to respect him sometimes because he's so blunt and he's a confident dude, and I respect that. But Murph, you gotta figure out a way to not go for the throat from the get-go, because like it doesn't get a point across. If you want to help, you're trying to help people, coming across so blunt at times, telling them like the rough way of doing it, like you're not gonna get across to everybody that way. Some of us, like, he sent me a message and told me I suck at, like, one day I was doing this, we were doing our live feeds, he basically told me I sucked. He's like, you're not good at it anymore. And I'm like, damn. That made me relook at it, because I'm like, damn, Murph Dog just told me I suck. And if I'm being honest, the one that he was talking about kind of sucked. So, like, final verdict, I think it's a misunderstanding. Just my opinion. What up, Bert? Kiss it out. No, that's gay. What the fuck? I really was for that for a second, though. Did you see that? There's some zest in there somewhere. I try to keep it held back, though, and pushed down. What up, Eric? Me realizing now it's one. Yeah. Squirt. Alright. So, next channel. JLM Tree Service put out a video called Climb the Locust, Fall the Pecan, and Clean Up. I guess it. You know what? I'm exhausted from refereeing the match between Drew and Murph, so I'm gonna let that slide, all right? Because I'm a little tired. But The video starts, and his ground guys are now making fun of him for the YouTube character that he puts on. What's up today, YouTube? So we're back, and yeah, you like that, YouTube? You like that, don't you? And I'm like, fuck, man. I want to like this stuff, but I'm like, the character just cringes me out. I just can't. That is not you. I do not care. I get zesty and I got this weird, hello, how are you? When I talk to somebody that I don't like, you get like a customer that I call or something, and you're talking, you look over at your wife when you're talking, and she's looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking like that? Zesty for? I'm trying to be nice and stuff, and she's like, do that outside. And I'm like, yeah, I should. This is what he does when he clicks on that camera, and his ground guys started poking at him and making fun of him, and I thought that was funny. Only the strong survive. That is facts. Speed second, safety third, facts. Randy, yes, those are all straight facts. So the groundies are like, dude, knock it off. Like, dude, making fun of him a little bit. I thought that was hilarious. In the video, he was going to climb a pecan tree, even though it did need to be climbed, but then he ended up just falling it, and I think that was it. Yeah, that's all I ended up getting for him. Check his video out, though. He's really, really invested in YouTube, and he wants to be a tree tuber, and if you were thinking about subscribing to me, and you like positivity, don't go subscribe to him. He's positive. He's always positive. So, next channel. You learn from mistakes. There's a cumulative 100%. There's things I've learned that I don't know if I would have learned without the mistake being involved. I know it's easy to watch on YouTube, and you can learn a lot of stuff and keep yourself from learning, going through those situations. But yeah, I feel like, yeah, and I understand when guys try to help people out, because like some of those mistakes sucked so bad, like they were miserable to go through, and just embarrassing, and like, so you want to help so bad. And you feel like they don't understand what's gonna happen or what could happen. So you take offense and you get to bickering with, but it's not that deep. I don't care what anybody says. This is YouTube. It's the internet. What someone says about you on there is not and should not ever impact your life. Just my opinion. Next channel though is Guilty of Treason. And he tried to call me and be like, can I have this week off too? And I said, no, you're lazy. Put out a video. And he said, okay. So he put out this video. It was, this tree was stuck between two houses. Question mark. Or exclamation. Tricky. That's not the way you, nope. The editor needs to fix this. That's a sucky title. It's not a sentence. It's like kind of two sentences. It don't make any sense. It's got an exclamation point and a question mark. And the tree wasn't stuck between two houses. It was just like, it was just growing there. It wasn't stuck. Like, I don't even know what these trigger words to try to get views. I don't like that stuff. I don't like the algorithm weirdo game. Tricky hemlock removal. I don't know. I just don't like these kind of titles. You're trying to cheat is what it is. You're trying to get two titles in instead of just one. Like, you get one title. It's a singular sentence. Learn how to do it right. I'm very passionate about titles, okay? It's something that I've always been passionate about. And I just feel like the rules aren't that hard. You can follow them. It's just figure it out, okay? So in the intro of this video, you know Jacob. He's whining about this, and he's like, I don't eat enough meat, and I'm like, fucking eat or something. So he's like talking about he's gonna be a carnivore again, and he's like breakdowns and slow work, and that's crazy because it may just be in his region, but I've never had a breakdown ever, and things have never been slow, which is weird. Um, but for me, tree work is super easy and simple. So maybe it's different when you get on an opposite coast or something. When you get on a coast in general, because I'm like we're basically the belly button, Missouri. So it's like I don't know. Maybe it's different on the coast. My opinion is the more equipment you got, the more problems you got. I just feel like that's what ends up happening. um, just a whiner. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's that guy. That guy's always just cry baby this, cry baby that. Um, Also, a big announcement. So I have some inside information that Sappy Supplies 2 is going to be a real thing. They are looking for investors. I'm giving them all my money. Um, it's like I'm I'm passionate about this like I am titles. So my life savings, I'm in. So as soon as we can get a few more of us together, I think Sappy Supplies 2 is going to pop up. And I just feel like it's going to work this time. So I'm all the way in on that. Um, Big Flav. That dude just seems like a great guy to have on site. To have, like, at the job. He's funny and just doesn't really seem like he lets shit get him down. And sometimes I'm a moody asshole at times. And, like, I need people like that around to kind of pick me up and, like, remind me, like, bro, it's not that serious. Like, pretty lucky to even be able to be out here and get cold and wet and break your back and, like, scrape yourself all up. So, yeah, everybody needs a big Flav. Also, we all need a big Flav because I feel like it's not fair for Jacob to get to cheat and not have to like do the camera work and stuff. That's lame. That's lame. No one else has a big Flav. You shouldn't get a big Flav. So just weird. So on this job, Jacob was the climber. Big Flav worked the ground, and Scorcher worked the crane. So, AKA Randy, he was he scorched the he was scorching the crane. He dominated the crane. I like the addition of the clock in the videos. It's it's a reminder to me how much better I am and how much faster I am when I get to see how long it takes them. So I really like that Scorcher here. Like, you've been scorched, brother. Like, um, yeah. So I like the clock. It's just a reminder for me where it makes me feel good. Um, in the beginning of the video, Jacob, he's all excited about a rope lanyard. Yeah, rope lanyard. Yeah, rope lanyard. This guy's bipolar. By the end of the video, he says rope lanyards suck, and I'm like, you can't say both. You gotta make up your mind. At the beginning of the video, you're like, rope lanyards are awesome, and then he's like, they're not awesome, and I don't like that. I think, once again, the whole Switzerland sitting on the fence, said no one should sit on a fence. That's zesty to want to straddle anything, okay? It's not a comfortable position to be. Take a side. Pick a side blindly and stick to it. This is just my opinion. That's facts. I mean, you could somewhat mentor. You could help somebody a lot through your YouTube comments. I've had people, I'm telling you, I've had people do things and gift me ridiculous chainsaws, all kinds of stuff. And there's few things on YouTube better, and the internet in general, when someone says that you did something that impacted them and kept them safe, and they're just like crazy appreciative. And like, you don't usually do it and make the videos with that intent, but when it has that kind of outcome, dude, there's a few things better. The comment section can be, it can be what you want it to be. It can be an argue, or just a complete fight and battle, which I often enjoy and start and cause. Or it can be an opportunity to drop some facts and info onto somebody, help them out. Yeah, I mean, it's always, it's what you want to make of it. But Jacob, make up your mind. I guess he's gonna eat meat from now on or something. He's always talking about eating meat. I don't really like that part. I wish there would be less talking about eating meat, but I do think he should do more push-ups, because he just needs to get more muscles, bigger, like grow up. Grow up. That's what I mean. But that's it. That's all I got for Jacob this week. Next channel is Rion Rounds. So in Rion's video, divide and conquer, splitting the crew to get it done. No, hang on, let me sit. Divide and conquer / splitting the crew to get it done. You're tubing too hard, brother. One title. You get one title. This is not hard to figure out. This is very simple. This is like day one rule. Everybody's trying to play this algorithm foo-foo game where they're like trying to get the views. I don't know. The views are not important. The likes aren't important. The thing that's important is looking cool. If you don't look cool, and let me tell you something, it's not cool to ask someone to like, comment, and subscribe. This is straight facts. You don't ever look cool when you do that. So don't do that. In this video, Rion's splitting his team into two crews. Turns out Rion turns 42 on January 11th. So I always had this like, see, because I turned 42 January 10th. And I always felt like the big dog, and he was like little brother. And now it's facts. Now we know. I'm older than him, wiser, and I just feel like he should listen more. But yeah, I don't like that. You should get a different birthday. I don't like that we were almost born that close. I just don't like it. But he splits his crew up, and then he puts this Colton kid. And Colton, I don't know who Colton is, but he runs crew number 2. This guy, nope. Nope. I don't like this. I don't like get Colton off the camera. Get him off it right now. He's everything I dislike about the new gen. He did a fit check on the job site, and he's trying to get trying to label your. It's that weird Buck and Billy Ray thing where it's like, remember to get the gullet, and they repeatedly say that shit so that they can put it on a t-shirt and then sell it to you, and you give them monies. I love monies. I want monies too. But I'm not going to say something stupid so that I can get some monies. But this guy, he's like, we need to think of a name for this segment. No, we don't. This segment better not be in any more videos. I'm out. This is a TikToker. I'm out. I'm just telling you straight facts. I don't like this. Don't put this kid on camera again until he gets some damn facial hair and grows up. This is weird. Did a fit check. Tried to hit us with a fit check. And I'm out. I was 12 minutes in. I stopped watching. Colton annoyed the piss out of me, and I'm like, I'm out. So that's all I got for Rion. Like, I don't know if the video is good or not. It's Colton's fault, though. He cringed me out, TikToked me away, and I'm just, no thank you. Murph gets in troll mode. So, next channel is All Trees, All Solutions. And his video is called I'm Back. Okay. The video starts, and it's instantly him using, I'm sorry, but I don't like the GRCS. I think it's dumb. I think the G, it's not good. I think that's not the actual. This is just me. I don't like it. It puts the ground guy like directly in the bad spot. Like you're rigging this massive piece that you want him to above his head, and you're like, hey, do me a favor and stand in the exact spot that you shouldn't be and start cranking on this thing. Every time anyone does it, it's dumb. I don't like it. And for God's sake, just don't. What if something happens? I don't like it. There was a lot of action cut out of this video, which is weird because I think he records everything. Like he used to do his videos raw, but a lot of the pics and like cuts would clip right to where they're hanging, and it would cut out the whole process of it being cut and lifted and all this. That's a little weird. I feel like you were hiding maybe the mistakes, because he does seem like the type of guy that maybe would be a little insecure and not be able to post the mistakes because of the fear of a Murph dog coming in and telling him that he's an idiot. But maybe he didn't. Maybe this is what happened. I don't really know. But final verdict on him. He's a bit cringy. He's a bit goofy sometimes. But that dude's gotten really good. And that's All Trees, All Solutions. He's a good climber. At times I disagree with some of the stuff, and but I can just see the drive that he's got. He loves what he's doing, but he's gotten good now. And I've followed him for a long enough period here that I have to say, like I said, cringy, a little goofy. If you're looking for somebody cool, watch my stuff. Don't watch this. But he's a good climber. And in the video, he says the reason he took a break, he's back now, but he needed a break because he's been at it for so long. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but 2 years of making YouTube videos is not so long, sir. That's no time. Try 10. And people wonder why don't you continue to put your stuff public? Why you only put it on members? Because I gave 9 years of videos non-stop to the public, and I'm over it. Okay? That's just it. I'm over it. But yeah, 2 years is not a super long time. Let's be real. Your channel's doing pretty good. Let's not, of course, everyone has 20 years experience, even if they started last year. But let's not lie. 2 years of making, that's not a long time. This is my last one, and then I am just gonna shoot the shit with you guys for a while, and we'll hang. So, whoa, oh, sick. Whoa, Low Impact just gifted 5 members. So anybody that got a member just now, shout out to Low Impact. I do believe you have to be a subscriber, I think, to get the memberships. So I never tell anybody that they have to do anything. You don't got to hit the thumb button. You don't got to do nothing. You do what you want if you want. But shout out to Low Impact Forestry and Tree. Thanks for all the support, brother. All you guys. You guys are wild. I appreciate the hell out of it. The last channel for this week is Veteran Tree Service. His video was Neighbor Killed My Tree. I mean, I watched it, and I'm like, he's good for a rookie. I mean, he's figured some stuff out. He's afraid to tell Rock Exotica to suck it. That's why. So I feel like I need to do it. Tim didn't break his pulley. Rock Exotica made some crappy pulleys at some point, and it broke. Who cares what happened? But he pulled out his new one. I think they hooked him up, which they should have. That was a faulty piece of equipment. And then I don't know. There were stipulations behind it. You know, will you take this down, this down? That kind of stuff's weird to me. Like, if you're a company, to have someone hide their opinion and you'll like, I'll make it right if you hide your opinion. That's weird. Shut up. Knock it off. Send the guy a tool to replace the faulty one that he had, that he paid for, and shut up. Sometimes when I get to hear some of the backstory to some of this shit, it just makes me I lose respect for companies, for climbers, for people, like, ugh. But, you know, that is what it is. So, it just, honestly, it took you forever to do that little bitty maple tree. It was a little small maple tree in this wide open area, like just wide open, and it just took him too long, if I'm being honest. He's a rookie, but he's learning, you know. He's trying to grow a YouTube channel, and for a rookie, he's good. You know, he's doing all right. He's getting it done, but I feel like, see, he's using them pulleys, and those pulleys just not as cool as rings. So you kind of start on like not equal ground right from the get-go, but I mean, that's what he likes. But you could tell that he was very nervous. He was out of his element. This tree had it didn't go straight, and it wasn't just a single stem. So you could tell he was having trouble up there. It's not what he's used to. Yeah, he did love it right on. Yeah, so like you could just tell he tried though. That's the one thing I'm gonna have to say. You know, he tries to do YouTube. You know, and he tries to do tree work, and maybe one day you'll be successful. You know, I'm rooting for you. You know, I'm rooting for you. I always root for the underdog. But you know, I just feel like you just need to pick up the pace. It's taking you it's just taking you. It's embarrassing. That's what I mean to say. Just don't embarrass me. You got to get better. But check him out if you haven't. I'm sure no one has. His channel's little bitty. So let's try to get this guy a couple subs. You know what I mean? Try to help him out. Get him a little attention. You know, give him a pity subscribe. Maybe like his video. I mean, it'd probably make him feel good or something. Yeah, he don't want to put no timer in the corner. Good Lord. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, he don't need. Actually, I just feel like he should probably just time lapse everything so that he looks like he's going the same speed as everyone else. That's a good fix. You could time lapse everything so that you're on equal, like you're moving the same speed and pace. So. I'm just a weekend warrior Murph every day. Hey, dude, Murph taught us all, and that's where you gotta. Sometimes you just gotta respect it and be like, thank you for laying the ground we walk on, Murph dog. You did it, but I do it better. I mean, he did it first. Let's be real. He did it first. I do it better, but he did it first. When they come out, that's awesome. You should. You definitely should. You have them on VHS, right? Yeah. Actually, I want a cassette disc so I can listen to it in my Walkman. So, yeah, the controlled barber chair. Exactly. Exactly. He's got tricks that you guys don't even you don't even know about this stuff. This stuff is out of this world. Next galaxy kind of shit. I already know how to block comments. I do it. See, you can't live these down, Murph dog. Go find these people and unhide them right now. Because I'm going to count every time you put out a video, I'm going to count the comments, damn it. Drew. Down, yeah. I don't know. He probably has. Actually, the more I think he has. Rewind, rewind, yeah. What's it? Regain. But you got me on climbing. Murph, I'm the man. Don't start. Like I make you cool, all right? When I say you're not cool no more, you're not cool no more. I'm trying to make you cool. You spent 10 years ruining your name on YouTube. I'm trying to fix it, all right? So knock it off. Stop making things hard on me, all right? That's gay. I take that back. Stop making this so difficult. That was weird. Okay, yeah. We're trying to clean it up, Murph. We're gonna make you're gonna be a hero one day. All right. This is gonna be the biggest rags to riches from how he burnt his career and came back up. Like this is gonna be the biggest, most miraculous rise in YouTube history. You're gonna be a god. All right. This is what's gonna happen. And you're just gonna go around being mean and grumpy and telling people that they suck. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Oh, don't say that. That's gonna go. He's gonna get a fat head. He's not that good. He's not. Don't, Climber. Don't tell him that. Do I show my secret cut? Oh my God! You see what I'm talking about? I get messages where he tells me about these secrets. You guys don't even know. There's stuff going on behind the scenes that is going to blow your mind. He's got cuts and stuff that have never been done, which I know that's hard to believe because I feel like everything has been done. But when Murph says it, now this is what it's what we hype something so much that it better be the shit, Murph. When it comes out, it better be amazing. Because if it's not, everyone's gonna be like, "Boo! I did that." You know what I'm gonna say anyway. I did that 8 years ago. Because I probably did. We don't want to know now. Yeah, facts. Yeah, we actually don't. Yeah, keep it. We don't want to know. I hate secrets. Secrets piss me off. TKP and Murph. Sure. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah, we lock them in a room. One thing or the other. Like, either Murph will have TKP microdose, like dosing on mushrooms, or TKP will have him totally like writing Bible verses on his chainsaws when they walk out, or they become one, and it's just bucking. Son of a bitch, man! I can't with you guys. This is so stupid. What a heavyweight fight, yeah. No, my Bible too. He said he can't lose at nothing. This guy would never let anything go. He's that guy that like you're just like chilling in the restaurant eating, and he sees that you're eating faster, so he like devours his food, chokes on it and shit, trying to get it down first. The Murph don't lose, bro. Just understand. Isn't even because when he reaps it over brute strength and ignorance. Yes. Oh my God. He's like, my secret cut involves 6 bobcats and 4 ropes. Son of a bitch. I swear to God, you guys are crazy. Oh my God. I'm saying TKP and Murph would be epic. It would, brother. It would, 100%. I'd pay to see that. That would be funny as hell. Exactly, Murph. That's what you need to do. Actually, that is your mission now, Murph. You gotta look up Timber Cutter Patriot. Timber Cutter Patriot. And what am I talking about? That guy has you blocked already, doesn't he? He probably does. But that you guys could relate. I mean, you guys, if he's hiding comments, you know what I mean? So like, you guys maybe start a tag team or something, and it'd be like you guys versus like, I don't know, Buckin and Christine or something. Who knows? Yeah, yeah, he's a fruitcake. That guy's the weirdest fucker I've ever seen. I hate his fucking bald head. Get some hair. Why you got all that hair on your chin but none on your head? That's stupid. Switch. I don't like that. Reverse it. Do the opposite. Get hair on your head and not so much on your chin. Yeah, he's just an idiot. He's like, he's okay. Tell me how this makes any sense. You got your son, Tater Tot, or fucking, Sweet Tater. Or his kid's got some weird name like Tater Salad or something, and you got him recording you wearing a hard hat, okay? And you don't wear a hard hat. So why is it that this kid? So here's what's funny. He's smart enough to know I'm responsible for my son. My son should wear a hard hat. But stupid and bullheaded and Mr. Know-It-All enough to say he doesn't need a hard hat because he's got God. So what you're telling me, sir, is any tree guy out there that has ever been killed on the job site, been hurt. Oh, Jerry, what's up, brother? Oh, I've been digging your new machine. That skid steer with the processor on it is the shit. Oh, welcome. Jerry just joined members. That is fucking sick. You guys are the best. So, I forgot what I was saying. Damn it. Yeah, so like you're telling me every guy that's ever been killed, injured, lost their life in tree work, none of them guys had God? So everyone else in tree care that's ever passed away are all devil worshippers, right? And you're the only one that's got God and is going to stay alive. Brother, all them guys had God too. God doesn't have, like, how special do you think you are that God spends all of his time and focus taking care of you when there's sick kids in third world countries that are dying from disease? But he needs to take care of you because you're just too stupid to put a hard hat on your fucking bald, wrinkled up, stupid head. Stupid. I said stupid head. I'm running out of insults. I feel like I've called this guy everything that you can, but his name. So, yeah, you're dumb. You're dumb. You. I think this is my personal opinion. I think if you ask God, he would also tell you that you're dumb. That's just my God. I know my God would. My God would tell you you're an idiot. And my God, I feel like he appreciates it where I'm not telling him, like, hey, everything in my life depends on you and what you decide for me. Like, no, I've like, hey, brother, you've done enough. Have an off day. I'll take care of my life today. But that's the difference between somebody who has a little bit of self-discipline and isn't always trying to deflect every issue in their life off onto something else, someone else, where it's always not, it's never your fault. It's always someone else's fault. Like, well, God, yeah, God decided. Wow. And me and God are good. Like, I think there's a weird thing where Buckin does his thing where he says, you know, if you want to have a good life, you gotta be honest, be kind, work hard, and so we've proven, well, I've proven multiple times that Mr. Buckin is not honest all the time, and I personally don't have to be reminded every single day to be nice, be kind, and treat people right. It's in my nature. It is like I feel like at times I I may poke at some people and do some teasing here. Nothing is malicious. Nothing is that serious. This is the internet. I'm just poking, having fun. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. A lot of times I'm saying stuff about trying to be safer. I would prefer you to go home to your family in as good a shape as you was when you left. Maybe tired, maybe worn out, maybe sore, but with a wallet full of money and in the same health as you left. So, guys like TKP are idiots. And they also accept the responsibility of being an influencer and decide to influence people in a very trash way. Just that it's just not good. So that's my opinion, Victor. Victor, yeah, I agree 100%. Because the brain to figure out how to get 100%. I like you gotta. You're responsible for your own actions. Like, and the things you do will result in like the direction and stuff that the way that your life goes. Like, I just don't. Maybe people need to be reminded nonstop to be good, to be kind. I can admit at times with the rat race of the world, I maybe I don't remember to be so nice always, but it's in my nature. You have to do something wrong to me for me to dislike you at times, like really dislike you, not this weird internet. Hey, I don't like that. Blah, blah, blah. real. But yeah, I agree. I think my family would prefer back better. Hey, if you can do that, usually with if you got that wallet full, or it's a little bigger than it was, you came back better. All the beers, yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, John. So, yeah, I don't know. I want to see all you guys be successful. Like, I'm not looking to tear anybody down. Um, I say you could do it with a little bit of honor, integrity, and self-respect. Like, don't forget. I feel like a lot of times the internet has this weird thing where it's like you got to act like a fool to get attention, and I'm just not. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. I can't. I can't. I have too much self-respect. Like, anytime you see me acting goofy, it's to parody something else. And I feel like there's so much of the industry going in this very weak-minded, feminine kind of way, to where, like, you have to have me here. I need to be here. Everything in life is not perfect. Every day is not going to be positive. You're going to have things throughout your day that are negative. You have to know how to deal with those, how to process them, how to move on from it. And when someone tells you that if you're having anything negative in your life, it's your fault. No, sometimes bad things happen. It's not your fault. Like, it's sometimes bad things happen. You know, it's not your fault. Like, your mom passes away. My mom passed away. You're gonna tell me that was my fault? No. And you can't use that methodology only when it suits you. So, like, you know, when everything's good in your life, all your bills are being paid, you have money rolling in, you're ahead on everything, you can tell people, well, you just need to think more positive, and you need to do this, and you need to do this, and you can be just like me. No. No, it doesn't work that way. Not everybody in life is going to have a community of people that supports them financially, gives them all that, like, mental, like, strength every day, to where the comments just build you up. That's just not reality. That's not the reality for most people. I wish it was. It would be nice if everything was positive, but I've dealt with more than my share of negativity and bad things, and I've purposely suffered through 90% of them to learn the lesson. I don't know if there's anything else I should say. I don't think there is. Uh, these tree guys got to get it together. All right, we're not TikToking. All right, we're trying to be men doing man things. All right, some chicks can do this. There's some girls that are pretty damn good at it, and some of those girls are more of a man than some of these men. Um, and all in all, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's the internet, guys. Everything I said here, if it hurt your feelings, if any of it hurt your feelings, if any of it made you mad, that sucks. My bad. That's not my intent. Um, there's enough craziness out there. Like I said, most of us are going to deal with negative things throughout our days, throughout our weeks, and in life in general. This is a spot for you to come shoot the shit, troll, be a roughneck dude, razz on each other. Um, and I'm more than proud of the community of guys that we've put together. I appreciate all you guys. It's nice to see there's some like-minded people out there. You guys are the shit. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm scared to end the live feed because I know Murph's gonna start sending me text messages, and hey Paul, I'm sorry. All right, don't get me. I may have been I'm the one that gave him my number, but like I can't take it back now. He's already got it. So yeah, it is what it is. The internet's not that deep, guys. Stay safe. If we can help each other, help each other. And know, before you do it, if you're dealing with anybody in our group, with us over here, you're dealing with some alphas, there may be some button heads. You may have to figure out a different way to word your shit if you really want to get through to somebody. And there's enough tender-footed pussies out there in the tree industry on YouTube that I'm just proud to have a group of real, honest, hardworking dudes that can accept a little bit of criticism and don't have all those extra feelings that everybody else does. So, tenderfooters, yeah. Yeah, I'm done talking. As always, I hate YouTube. This sucks. All this was for nothing. I wasted my time. Sizemore, unhide my comments. Bucking. Just be cool. Don't, you know. Yeah, don't do anything zesty. There's enough of that. And I'll catch you next time. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to everybody who joined members during this live feed. Thank you to Low Impact. Thanks to Tim last live feed. You guys are a hell of a group of guys. And if there is a woman or two in there, thanks. If there isn't, shout out to the Sausage Fest we got going on. I don't know what else to say. Shut up. I'm out of here. See ya. Enjoy your week. And if I can help you, as always, I'm here, guys. Thanks for giving me your time. Stay